Hello and welcome to True North EV. I'm your host James, and today we're going to do a deep dive into the vehicle that's turning heads across Manitoba, the impressive 2026 Kia EV9. Before we get into the nitty-gritty of this fantastic three-row electric SUV, I want to give a big shout out to the Manitoba Electric Vehicle Association who showcased this beauty at the recent High Neighbor event in Winnipeg. For those who missed it, the Transcona High Neighbor Festival is one of Winnipeg's largest community events, and what an incredible showcase of electric vehicles it was this year. The EV9 we're talking about today was graciously loaned to the Manitoba Electric Vehicle Association by our friends at Birchwood Kia, but they weren't the only ones spreading the electric gospel. Vickers Automotive was also there, showing off the impressive Chevy Silverado EV. It's fantastic to see multiple dealerships supporting the EV education in our community. Having that variety of electric options on display really shows how diverse the EV market has become. So let's talk about the star of the show, the 2026 Kia EV9. This isn't just any electric vehicle, folks. This is Kia's flagship electric SUV, and it's specifically the Land all-wheel drive premium package model that was on display. For Canadian families looking to make the switch to electric without compromising on space, capability, or comfort, the EV9 is making a serious case for itself. Now, let me walk you through what makes this vehicle so compelling for Canadian drivers. The EV9 is a full-size three-row SUV that comfortably seats up to 7 passengers. In a country where we often need to haul the hockey team, camping gear, and everything in between, having those 3 rows without burning fossil fuels is a game changer. Now, Kia advertises up to 489 kilometers of range on a full charge, which, let's go with maybe 450. You know what? On the safe side, call it 400 kilometers. That's enough to get you from Winnipeg to Brandon and back with range to spare. The all-wheel drive system in this premium package model provides the confidence Canadian drivers need during our challenging winter months. Here's where things get really exciting for Canadian road trippers. The EV9 supports DC fast charging, which means you can add significant range in the time it takes to grab a coffee and stretch your legs. With Canada's expanding charging network, including recent investments from both federal and provincial governments, long-distance electric travel is becoming more viable every year, especially with this EV9 because it actually has the NACS, so the Tesla plug, it has that, so you can actually charge up a lot easier at the Tesla superchargers. You will need an adapter to use the CCS chargers, but you could probably get that at most dealerships are going to probably start carrying that as normal inventory items, and that gives you just such a wide range of available plugins as you travel throughout the country. Now, let's talk about what this means specifically for us Canadians. The EV9's dual motor setup provides instant torque to all 4 wheels, which is particularly beneficial when navigating snowy parking lots or icy highways. Electric vehicles actually perform quite well in winter conditions because of the instant torque delivery. Now, in the cold weather, yes, electric vehicles do lose some range, but that's just physics. Gas vehicles do the same thing. But with the EV9 substantial battery pack, which is 99.9 kilowatts, and improved thermal management systems, you're still looking at a very usable range even during our prairie winters. With the Manitoba EV incentive, so Manitoba residents considering the EV9, the province of Manitoba electric vehicle rebate program offers up to $4,000 for new EVs, and it's running till March of 2026 so far. Hopefully it does get expanded, but so far it is 2026. But with, I believe, looking online, it does say all of them qualify, but then the price, it also says anything over 70,000 doesn't qualify. So some EV9s might qualify, some might not. It's best to talk to the dealership about which one. If they all do, if they don't, whatever you're looking at, just make sure to check with the dealership, check with Manitoba Public Insurance. And hopefully, I'm hearing great talks about it, the federal incentive program might also be coming back. So I don't know what kind of dollar figure they might be looking at. Last time it was $5,000, so maybe you could be looking at $9,000. The premium package model showcased at the High Neighbor event really highlights Kia's commitment to luxury and technology. We're talking about features like premium leather pointed seating for all 3 rows, a massive curved display that combines the instrument cluster and infotainment system, wireless phone charging, and multiple USB ports to keep everyone connected, and a premium sound system that makes those long road trips even more enjoyable. The second and third row space is genuinely impressive. This isn't one of those 3-row SUVs where the back seats are only suitable for small children. Adults can actually sit back there comfortably. It has more leg room than my Tesla Model X. And they're just beautiful leather, ventilated headrests so your head doesn't get all sweaty. It was awesome. Is the sweaty head just me? I don't know. Whatever. One question I often get is about charging infrastructure here in Manitoba. The good news is that we're seeing steady improvements. For EV9 owners, you'll have access to both level 2 charging for daily use and the multiple DC fast charging for longer trips. So you'll have CCS, you'll have NACS. Kind of any charger that's out there, you get available. Although the only restriction with the Tesla ones is, the version 4 ones, I think, is the ones that Kia can use. The Transcona High Neighbor Festival was actually a perfect venue to showcase electric vehicles like the EV9 and that Silverado EV from Vickers Automotive. It demonstrates how electric vehicles are becoming part of the everyday community life. These aren't just vehicles for urban commuters. They're family vehicles and work trucks that can handle everything that life throws at them. In the 3-row electric SUV space, the EV9 is competing with vehicles like the BMW iX, Mercedes EQS SUV, the Tesla Model X, and upcoming models from other manufacturers. What sets the EV9 apart is its combination of space, technology, and relative affordability. While it's not inexpensive, it's positioned more accessibly than many of its luxury competitors. Now, I do want to give credit where it's due to both Birchwood Kia and Vickers Automotive for supporting local EV advocacy. Having dealerships that understand and support electric vehicle education is crucial for adoption. When you're considering an EV purchase, having knowledgeable staff who can answer questions about charging, incentives, and real-world usage makes all the difference. The fact that both dealerships were willing to showcase their electric vehicles at the High Neighbor event for community education shows their commitment to the electric future. Whether you're looking at a family SUV like the EV9 or a work truck like the Silverado EV, it's great to see local dealers supporting EV awareness. Let's talk about what owning an EV9 would actually be like for a Canadian family. For most Manitoba families, daily driving is well within the EV9's range. Your commute, grocery runs, kids' activities, all covered easily with overnight charging at home. If you're planning a weekend trip to Grand Beach or Riding Mountain National Park, EV9's range makes these weekend getaways totally feasible, especially as charging infrastructure continues to improve along Highway 1, Highway 16, and other major routes. The all-wheel drive system combined with proper winter tires makes the EV9 a capable winter vehicle. Plus, electric vehicles can precondition while plugged in, even when you're in a garage. So you start every morning with a warm cabin, clear windows, never having to scrape. Even after work, You don't have to scrape, just turn the vehicle on. Here in Manitoba, where much of our electricity comes from clean hydroelectric power, driving an EV like the EV9 means you're powering your family adventures with renewable energy. That's a significant reduction in your carbon footprint compared to a traditional gas-powered 3-row SUV. For the 2026 model year premium package that was displayed, the price is $79,977. Now, I know that's a significant investment, but when you factor in fuel savings, reduced maintenance costs, and available rebates, the total cost of ownership becomes much more attractive. Remember, electric vehicles have far fewer moving parts than traditional vehicles, which means less maintenance over time, no oil changes, no transmission servicing, no exhaust system repairs. Just rotate your tires, lubricate and clean your brakes, and keep it charged. What I love about events like the High Neighbor Festival featuring electric vehicles like the EV9 and Silverado EV is how they normalize electric vehicles. Seeing families interact with these vehicles, asking questions, and getting real answers from Manitoba EV Association members and dealership representatives. That's how we build confidence in electric vehicle technology. The Manitoba Electric Vehicle Association has been promoting clean, quiet, efficient electric vehicles for over 14 years. Their presence at community events like this one is invaluable for education and advocacy. Now, the 2026 EV9 represents where the electric vehicle market is heading. Vehicles don't ask you to compromise on space, capability, or features. For Canadian families ready to make the switch to electric, options like the EV9 make that transition much easier. If today's episode has sparked your interest in electric vehicles, I encourage you to check out the Manitoba Electric Vehicle Association at manitobaev.ca. They're a fantastic resource for anyone considering the switch to electric, and their members are always happy to share real-world experience. Now, if you're not in Manitoba, I would say check out whatever local electric vehicle group you have in that area, whether it's EVA, Electric Vehicle Association of Alberta, SEVA, Saskatchewan Electric Vehicle Association, Ontario, BC has multitude. So yeah, go check them out. Go get answers from owners of these vehicles. You can also connect with us on social media. You can find us on at True North EV on Facebook, or send an email to truenorthevpodcast@gmail.com. We love hearing from you guys. If you got any questions or topic suggestions, feel free to reach out. And before we wrap up, I want to give a shout out to Bodhi and his excellent podcast, Kilowatt. Honestly, Bodhi is way more knowledgeable than I am when it comes to the technical aspects of electric vehicles, and his show consistently delivers. If you're looking for more electric vehicle content, definitely check out Kilowatt. You won't be disappointed. That wraps up our dive into the 2026 Kia EV9 that was showcased by the Manitoba Electric Vehicle Association at the High Neighbor event. It's vehicles like this that are making electric driving accessible to more Canadian families than ever before. Before you go, if you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe wherever you get your podcasts and leave us a review. It really helps other EV enthusiasts find our show. And if you have a topic you'd like us to cover, send us your suggestions. This show, it's for you guys. A little bit for me. I love chatting about EVs. Thanks for listening to True North EV. I'm James, and we'll talk to you next time.